Hello, it's me, ThatWriterUKnow. Sup, how's it going? Welcome back to another stream for the day. Wow, today we're starting a new campaign. Um, so this is probably gonna be a scuffed up mess, but um, we're starting a new D&D campaign with Kayla Jade, H, and Capwap. Kayla Jade and Capwap are streaming their views of it. So if you want the GM's perspective of things, that's this stream. But anyways, I'm gonna tell them I'm undeafening. As do 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 do.
Kayla, we can do it live.
No one warned me. No one warned me. Okay.
I
Hi.
should have, and I forgot.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I literally went onto your stream writer just as you were like, okay, I'm going to tell them I'm undeafening. And I was like, well, it's undeafening, guys. I should go live too.
Oh, I thought you were already live.
There we
Well,
go.
I was. I was just in starting soon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I need to unmute everything. I didn't unmute. I'm an idiot. Hi.
Nice.
And we're live. Hell yeah.
All right. So, everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody prepared?
Arguable.
Arguably. All right.
Why is H like that?
We shall see.
Why am I like what?
On my one, your reactive is weird.
Huh.
I broke it.
I heard like instead
I-
of on my one, I heard Omewamo, and I'm like, oh no. Okay.
This
All
is
right.
not going to end up being a weeb fest.
Yep.
It's bad enough we're being nerdy enough to play Dungeons and Dragons. We're not making it weeby.
Listen, this isn't nerdy anymore. This is mainstream. All right.
Oh,
But
fuck off.
but yeah, so looks like everybody is logged in. So on roll 20, you should all be able to see a map. Is that correct?
Mhm.
I am
Yes.
sweating so much right now. Yes.
Don't worry. It's all good. God, I can't even see like OBS anymore. I have so many chats open. All right, well,
Oh yeah.
only thing I need to see from it is whether or not the stream is fucking dying. Okay. Just eat that off. Screen a bit.
Wait,
Now
Ryder.
yeah.
So if I get someone toxic in my chat, who's banning them? You or me?
I mean, I have your chat open. I'm on like mod mode. But I can ban shit. But would probably
don't
be a
ban
good idea
anyone.
for you to do it because I'll probably be GMing, and so we'll be paying a little bit less attention to chat.
Fair.
Okay. But
Also, how often do you ban people, to be honest?
I ban bots, and that's basically it.
Yeah, anytime I've asked him to ban someone, he refuses, and I have to do it.
Well, unless I think they're being a dickhead.
Yeah.
I better watch out.
Understand.
No, that's the thing. I've asked him to ban you, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
I've asked him to kick you, and he doesn't.
I don't do joke bans. All right.
My power is too strong.
Yeah. So let us begin. So, you guys, our story begins in a land known as Armvidr, the Arms of the Sea, on a continent called Brimtusk, which lies in the southern hemisphere of the world, and very like Nordic and Old English inspired, basically. You guys specifically are in a forested land right around here, right around this little bay here that has the 3 rivers going through it, called Ozenjala Vitja, which means Fool's Visit. So named by the surrounding kingdoms because it's inhabited by horrible, terrifying monsters and is ruled over by an evil king of the forest known as Glaumer. It is a land to be avoided at all cost, for to travel through these deadly lands is foolish, as the name suggests. Or, at least, that's how King Glaumer wants it to be thought of. As he doesn't want people to meddle in his lands. Today, though, you guys are inhabitants of this forest, so you see a very different side to it than the neighboring kingdoms. You all are making your way, one by one, to a feast that's being held by King Glaumer. The occasion? It is his firstborn child's first birthday. And so, as tradition dictates, that means it is time for her to be given a name, as she has been able to survive her first winter, and the risk of dying very prematurely is over, for the most part. It's still like, medieval fantasy setting, so it's like there's still a lot that can go wrong. But the forest inhabitants have gathered to pay their respects and give congratulations to King Glaumer and his wife, Queen Otam, as well as their about-to-be-named daughter. Of course, most people are just there for the deliciously free food, drinks, to party all night, and to share in the latest gossip. So, let me know. I'm about to have Roll20 play some music for you. Let me know if it blasts your fucking ears out. Or well, some ambiance. Can everybody hear that?
Yeah, good volume.
Yeah, it sounds pretty nice.
Alright.
Should we in character now?
Yeah, so I will begin introducing your characters. So, we'll start with the more experienced players so that you guys can have a bit of a basis to draw off of.
Obviously, Kayla's.
Yeah, so first up,
Like,
no.
I was gonna be like, Ryder, I will stab you.
No. The first to arrive is a large figure walking down the forested path. Frank, as you approach, passing through the trees along the dirt road and leaf-covered dirt, you can hear the distant sound of merriment, as it seems other partygoers have already arrived. And you arrive on the scene. Frank, please introduce, Capwap, please introduce yourself and your character.
Well, hello. My name's Frank, and I am an elf, in quotation marks. Pretty much I love music, so immediately, as soon as I hear this music going on around this whole area, I am gravitated towards that music. Whereabouts is that music coming from, by the way?
Alright, well, so, make a perception check.
Okay.
So you know how to do this, but when we get to the others, I'll explain how this works. Alright, 10. So first, skill check of the day.
Hell yeah.
Of the campaign. With a 10, Capwap. So basically, the way to read this result is you see those two numbers. There's a 10 and a 12 in the Roll20 chat. The first number is what we're taking. If we were rolling with advantage, or disadvantage, then that second number would be getting taken into account. So, unless I say otherwise, the difficulty class to succeed a skill check is 10, unless I'm purposely trying to keep the difficulty hidden. Or forget. That one's more likely. But with a 10, Frank, you can tell that you hear the singing, the lilting singing of a of a lute coming from across the way, coming from this man down south. He seems to be plucking at the strings of the lute while singing in the general direction of this woman here. You also see more closely, or at least that's probably the best instrumental that's being played, or more skilled. You also see this guy, this little reptilian scallywag up here who's blue, banging away at some drums, while his friend nearby is just kind of poking at a steak on the furnace with a stick, seeing if it's cooked or not. What would you like to do?
Well, immediately Frank is going to waddle over this way, and as he's walking, you can tell like this guy, he's about 7 to 8 feet, like somewhere in the middle range there, and he's like he's wearing like elven armor that's obviously not made to his size, because the head is there's no like neck area. There's the forearms are covered, but then the elbows are missing, and like the shoulder pads are covered, and the chest, but then there's like this massive belly button gap in the armor where it reveals where it reveals a lot of fur, this light brown fur, and obviously he's not an elf, but he thinks he's disguised good enough to not be an elf.
All right, yeah.
He's gonna walk over to this to the drummer here, and he's going to excitedly look down at it.
How small is it, by the way?
Like 3 feet tall. You recognize it as a kobold. He doesn't seem to notice you yet, but you are about to speak.
I want to get me congo out.
All right,
my
you
conga,
do so.
and I wanna drum with him. And I say, hey, little buddy, let me join you. And I wanna try and drum to his beat and amplify it and make a nice beat that everyone can hear.
All right, make a performance check as as you like approach and you take out your bongo and your drum and drum alongside this guy. He kind of like he's kind of focused on his drumming, and he looks up. Oh boy, he looks up at you with whatever passes as a smile for a reptile creature, as he says something in Draconic first, like Koshkashna, Kashkacha, and then at a lack of response after a few seconds pause, he'll like switch. Or do you do anything?
I'm gonna say you two, and we're just gonna keep on drumming together.
All right. Yeah. The excellent. So the kobold like nods, now convinced that you know Draconic, and will just like kind of continue like tapping away at his drum, and with the 9, I mean, I mentioned that this guy is the less skilled of the instrumentalists here, and your addition to it is, well, it doesn't improve it too much.
We're amazing.
They're amazing. Yeah, this guy looks increasingly irritated as he like just kind of like tapping his foot anxiously while like poking the steak. Yeah, you take it as dancing or tapping his foot to the music, but actually make an insight check.
Okay. please be a natural one. Oh, it's close
Excellent.
enough.
Yeah. He's tapping his foot to the music. And then
Hell yeah.
after a few minutes of this, he like snatches up the steak and just like nods to the two drummers and just like goes over to this keg and starts pouring himself.
Oh, he's
a drink.
going to tell the other musician about us. Oh, what a friend.
Yeah. The kobold turns to you, Frank, and he says, Vataka, hukataka dada.
Yeah. Yeah, we did great.
Yeah, he laughs alongside you. All right. So, the next to join the fray, let's see, we'll do a 1d2. On a 1, it shall be Kayla. On a 2, it shall be H. Kayla.
No.
All right.
I have 2 questions before we start, if that's
Mhm.
okay.
Go ahead.
1, I'm like, my character's story is that she's banned from the fairy, like land. They're fairies, I assume, on like the right and in the middle.
Yes. Yes.
2, and I've already forgotten the second one, and I'm already nervous.
Excellent.
I don't remember what the second question was.
All right. Yeah. So,
Roll
Kayla.
a perception check.
Kayla,
I am legit so nervous. All right, yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. Astra arrives at the scene at the top here, and describe. I guess introduce yourself and your character. You don't have to go into too much backstory details. Just tell the stream what you want them to know. Which you already kind of did, but go ahead. Describe your character.
God. I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry. My name's Astra, and I am a fairy who was banned from the fairylands. And I don't know.
Oh, stop.
I'm here.
All right. Yeah. So you arrive at the scene, and you see what has already been described and what you can see on the map. So, what would you like to do?
I want to avoid the fairies because I don't want a fight to break out.
All right. So you are avoiding this half of the map. Excellent.
Yes.
All right. And
So do I ask about the characters, or do I have to like go up to them to see who they are?
yeah, you should be able to move your token. Let me know if you cannot. So if you just click on your token and click and drag it to where you want to bring, or you can use the arrow keys to go like space by space.
Well, I would like to meet these 2 people
All right.
because they look cool.
Nice. All right, yeah. So, you walk past the kobold and the armored furry creature that are kind of banging away at their drums. And you approach these 2 elves. So you recognize them as a fae yourself. You recognize them as Eladrin, which are basically elves from the Fae Wild. Which is where you would have been exiled from. But, judging by the look of them, they've been here for a while, so they probably don't know your deeds. And as you approach, or actually make a history check. So in order to do a skill check, you need to open up your character sheet, and on the in one of the left columns, there should be a skill box that has like a bunch of check marks and stuff in it. You find the one for history and just click on the word history. Okay. All right. So, I had to like evaluate whether or not you would have advantage with that. You would, since you're Fae. So, you recognized what seasons these two Eladrin are in. So this woman here is an autumn Eladrin. So what you know about Eladrin is that they kind of change with their mood and it affects their appearance. And those moods are associated with the seasons. So there's spring, summer, autumn, and winter. You recognize this one. You recognize this one over here as an autumn Eladrin, and this one as a winter one. With the nat 20, you would also know that autumn Eladrin are kind of brought about by a mood of goodwill and merriment, good intentions, whereas a winter aspect of the Eladrin is brought out through bitterness, melancholy, sadness. And as you approach, this woman is kind of like sitting on the bench facing her companion, while this guy has a mug in his hand, or a tankard in his hand, drinking heavily. And you get the impression that this is not his first tankard that he's on as you approach, and they are speaking in Elven. Now, does Astra know Elven? As I check, yes, she does. Okay. So, you overhear the two of them talking, as they get a few words in before they notice your arrival. This woman says, Peleus, please, you shouldn't be bringing down the mood here. And this guy's like, doesn't matter. The forest is in danger, he says. How can that not bring my mood down? And then he turns and looks at you as you approach Astra. The woman over here smiles at you and says, welcome, young fairy. Would you like some food or a drink?
I would love some.
All right, yeah. So the woman reaches to the table behind her and kind of, let's see, she picks up a small plate of bread, kind of confectionery breads and some with some salad next to it as a side, and she hands it over to you. Here you go, darling.
So out of character, I'm assuming I ask why he's upset.
You could. Would you like to? And when it comes to questioning characters, you can either pose the question in character, as in you say what your character is saying, or you can basically say, give me the gist of what you ask, if you can't think of a way to word it or something in character.
Okay. I couldn't help but overhear. What do you mean the forest is in danger?
Yeah, this man perks up, and he says, "Oh, heard that, did you? Well, my friend and I, Arala, his name, and he he straightens up because he's kind of in his mug a bit. He places the mug down next to the kegs for a moment, and he extends a hand to you. My name is Peleus, and this, he gestures towards the woman, is Arala. We're Eladrin from the Twilight Realm. And what might your name be?
I'm Astra.
Well, Good to meet you, Master. Now, as to your question, well, Arala and I were venturing through the forest here. We had, heard rumor about King Glaumer's daughter's approaching birthday after we crossed over during the Fey crossing in Lakemouth. You can make a history check to know what that is, and you would have advantage.
Okay.
17. All right, with the 17, you would know that that Lakemouth is a town in a country that's beyond the mountains, far to the east, at like a little lake that kind of like looks like a Fey when looked at from a bird's eye view. And every year during the solstices, during the winter and summer solstice, a portal to the Fey realm opens up, and during that, a bunch of Fey exit out into what is called the Prime Material, which is the world that you are currently in. And it's usually a big old jubilee and parade, and the Fey creatures there just kind of spread out throughout the world. But this guy continues, like, now, it's not our first time crossing over, but recently, as we were making our way here, I felt this, I don't know, it was this feeling I had. Rala keeps dismissing it, telling me not to worry about it, but I know what I felt.
I honestly don't know what to say. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at this. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Do you have an idea of like something you would want to ask him? Like, where did it happen? How long ago? Etc.
Where were you when you felt this?
Oh, well, we're passing through the woods to the kind of like gestures like out into the distance, kind of eastward, and says, we're making our way through the forest, not really following any of the paths, you see. We Eladrin like to, enjoy nature as we pass through it. I'm sure you understand. But, we passed by this cave and, he like shakes his head. Just something about it. Just, felt wrong. Felt dreadful, really. And, the woman says, Helios, like, please, like, you don't need to bring down the mood. You can make an insight check, if you would like to.
What does that do?
Yeah, so insight is a skill check that is made when trying to understand a person's emotional state, see if they're lying, if they're hiding, seeing what kind of reading their facial expressions and whatnot, and body language, to gain insight into what they're thinking. All right, with a 19, you notice that she less wants him to stop talking because he's being annoying and bringing down the mood, and more because what he's saying is starting to make her worry about it too, and she wants to kind of like stay in her like joyful state and not be brought down to her winter mood.
I think that you should pay attention to that feeling and be aware of it, but maybe just for this moment, enjoy the celebration and spend some time. Did you say they were partners?
Celebrations!
Did you say they were like partners?
You can ask them.
No. You should spend time with her.
All right. So make a persuasion check. So this is a skill check that's made in order to persuade people to do something. And you have advantage on this because, well, it's not a very hard skill. All right. So with 13, he sighs and will say, all right. He kind of like, what's the word? He like kind of like
Unfortunately.
shuffles awkwardly, grabs the tankard of ale that he let down earlier and just like chugs it, and he'll say, all right. He'll like take a step away, say, all right, no more party pooping. He like then steps towards Arella, says to her, all right, care for a dance? And she says, oh, of course. No problem.
Oh,
Come over here and dance.
they starting to dance to us, brother. Oh.
Yeah, the kobold, Astra, you can hear this as well. Frank, what language are you speaking? Are you speaking common or another one?
I like to imagine I'm speaking a little bit of common, sometimes slipping into goblin, and sometimes just slipping into a little bit of undercommon as well.
All right.
But generally speaking, common.
All right. So yeah, you hear this large creature getting excited at the two people dancing, and then the smaller one beside him says "Takakadada," and he starts beating his drum harder.
And I follow suit.
All right, yeah. So the drum beats get louder as we will introduce our next character. So,
Can I not do one more? I was gonna join.
Oh, would you like to join them in dancing?
Well, I have the flute, so I'd like to join with the
In the full band.
All right, yeah.
Let's put this one loot guy down here to shame.
All right, yeah. So, Frank, a fairy approaches you, or you two. The kobold is too absorbed in his drum beats to notice, but you notice her as she brings out a flute.
Yes, sister. Come on, let's make this party rock.
All
Can I
right.
make another performance as well?
Yes,
with
and
this?
Astra make one as well.
I
No
wanna
one
get a
has
natural
advantage.
20.
Oh,
Oh, I got a 20 though.
all right,
And
all right.
don't worry, they balance each other out.
Mhm. Hold on, let me make I'll have the kobold do one as well.
Hell yeah!
Yes, brother. Yes, sister. Let's rock this place.
All right.
This will be the very best first birthday this child's ever had.
Oh, great. He doesn't have.
I feel
the-
like I should speak, but like I'm not going because she'd just be laughing too.
All right. Yeah. The great part is the drummer here doesn't have performance. All right. So, Frank, you start beating the drum, and you kind of have to carry the team. But as those
usual.
three are performing, a new person arrives. As Zoop H. Please introduce yourself and your character.
My name is Steampunk. I come from a distant village. I was built by a local railway engineer to protect the village after a horrible goblin attack. I come seeking adventure and newfound friendships. I want to take from this party as much knowledge as I can about the land and potentially find a quest to go on.
Excellent. And what better place to find quests than at a king's feast? You perhaps thought when you heard of it and made your way here. So, you see the scene as it is before you. Let's see. By this point, this kobold has kind of gone over here and joined these other kobolds. Whereas you see a trio of musicians over here playing some drums and a flute. An elven couple are dancing to their rhythm. And then you also see all of the other guests. So, Steampunk, what would you like to do?
Well, taking in the general population of the party, I noticed the kobold down here reading a book. Seeing as though he is most likely into literature, I go over to him, seeing if he has any information on what the king might be in need of.
All right, yeah. So as you approach, you meet 3 kobolds. One of them, this one on the left here, is... H count sounds kind of quiet. All right, increasing.
Yeah, he sounds quiet for me. H, bump your mic a little bit.
Alright,
It might be the voice changer.
probably. Is
Not
that better?
a normal thing.
All right, yeah, I think that's better. All right, so Steampunk, as I was saying, this kobold here is eating a steak, rather, using his hands to bite into it. You notice that this one right here is kind of whittling away at a piece of wood, making a little wooden figurine. But you spotted this one. You see a rather small, copper-scaled kobold who is not reading a book, but rather, as you realize, you didn't notice the quill in his hand at first. He seems to be writing something down. Hasn't yet noticed you.
At first, I choose to sort of peek over and see what he might be writing before gaining his attention, just to make sure I'm making the right choice.
All right, make a perception check. So, in order to do this, open up your character sheet, and in the left column, there's a box with a bunch of skills in it. You're gonna want to click perception. All right. With 14, you kind of peer over, looking at his book, and you read basically a bunch of descriptions of as you read them. With a glance, it describes like the appearance of these kobolds, of these pixies and sprites over here, of there's a dryad and stuff. As he seems to be furiously, I guess, transcribing what he is seeing. You also notice that he's not actually looking at any of them, he's just writing them.
I gain his attention by tapping on his shoulder and inquiring about what exactly he is writing about, to not raise suspicion that I am spying on him.
All right, yeah. So yeah, you tap him on his shoulder, and he kind of like looks up, shocked, as though he was just like waken or shaken out of a trance. And he says, "What? Who?" And then looks to you, and says, "Ah, a Warforged." You see, like he's looking at you now, but his hand is still writing. And you see now, if you like look down into his page, he's now writing a description of you. And he says, enjoying the party. You notice that he writes down his own dialogue into it, and then pauses to wait for your reply.
Well, yes, I am. I'm quite a lover of these festive events. I was just wondering, what might exactly are you writing in that book there?
Well, he kind of puffs up his chest proudly. Well, I'm writing the goings-on of this banquet. You notice that he writes that into his thing without even looking, and he kind of gestures. I was invited here by King Glaumer himself. to act as a, what was the word he used? A scold? Act as his scold for a moment.
Ah. Do you happen to have any information on the king? I'm come from a faraway land. I'm seeking adventure, and I was wondering if there was anything I could do for the king to sort of get closer to him. Any information I could possibly gather from you?
Well, the king, King Glaumer, is a minotaur, rather large and portly one, but a good and kind ruler, so I've heard. Or at least, he kind of like turns a few pages back in his book and says, so I've heard from the denizens of this forest, though the non-citizens tend to think they tend to think he's evil, but from the mood of the festivities, that seems to suggest otherwise. But if you're looking for quests, he kind of gestures around. Feasts such as this are always wont to attract the curious sort. I'm sure that a great many people here would be willing to gossip with you, and that might lead you onto some quests. Though if you're looking for something from the king himself, well, I can't really say, as he has yet to arrive yet.
No bother. Thank you so much for your help. I hope you enjoy this party, and I hope you keep on writing those books. You're very talented, sir.
Yeah. He kind of gives a reptilian smile, and you hear like a very slight like hiss in his voice as he kind of like, I guess like wheezes a short laugh through his mouth and says, yes, well, I hope you enjoy the party, and I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Nat. N-A-T.
I myself, but they call me Steampunk.
You see that he writes that down, and then you see that he actually writes down after that a question, or rather a little thing that says, never met a Warforged before, did not know steam could be used to power them. And he'll say, yes, it's a pleasure to meet you, Steampunk. Enjoy your time here.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll be on my way.
All right.
And then I go. I decide to sit by myself for the most part,
Alright.
just overviewing the general area, seeing if anything of interest might occur.
All right. Make a perception check.
Our amazing musical talent isn't enough for you?
21. All right, with that, you see there's the three
Almost
musicians over here having a merry time, doing their song. You see that these three over here, a dryad and two small fey creatures that you don't immediately recognize, are kind of chatting with this dryad, as well as these pixies are like chatting away, gossiping, laughing. One of them kind of brings up a subject, and the other ones look a little bit sad hearing it. And then you also see in the far corner, kind of separated from everybody else, are a trio of goblinoids.
For now, I decide to wander over to the trio of musicians, and I decide to join them, being made from a steam train. I am fitted with many bells and whistles, if you will.
Yes!
Yes. All
And I
right.
join them. However,
Alright.
I keep a very close eye on these three,
Oh,
as
all
I
right.
believe that they may hold information that could be used at a later date.
Okay. I guess if you're paying specific attention to them, make another perception check. as well as a performance check to see how well your bells and whistles add to this cacophony. Okay. All right. With the 15, you can kind of hear that these three are talking in kind of hushed tones, but the bugbear here is... you get the impression he doesn't quite know how to whisper, and so he's just kind of speaking a little bit lower than you imagine he normally speaks and thinks that's a whisper. But they're
so
speaking...
quiet.
Yeah. He's so quiet, the other bugbear says. But they're speaking in Goblin. Does your character understand Goblin?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no, that's Dwarven. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Oh, yep, common, Dwarven, Celestial. Ooh, that's a rare one. All right, yeah. You overhear this one saying, and then this one,
hear it as well?
like this one kind of like walks up to him, smacks him on the chest, and then goes back, and this guy stops talking while this guy starts whispering away. And what was that, Cap?
Since they're not exactly stealthy, would I hear that at all as well?
Make a perception check.
I would
do
prefer
one
if there was a higher DC to this as well, because technically I'm concentrating very much on this music.
All right, yeah. Give yourself disadvantage. And, oh, well, 7.
Well, no.
You are too much in the groove, as this mechanical construct joins the group, and his like steam whistles and
It adds
start
such great
sounding.
melody.
Yeah, you've never heard anything like it, but it improves the overall performance. And like these two are like kind of dancing together, and the festivities continue until after a while something happens. All right. So the satyr here kind of turns away from his singing and notices some people approaching from the south. As you see, approach. First, this guy like enters the scene. And this guy motions for like the music to stop and whatnot, and all eyes turn towards the south as that man enters, and then this woman enters, and then following behind, kind of holding on to his mother or her mother, is this little creature down here. As they enter, and he will approach the satyr and kind of bend down, because this is like a 14-foot tall like minotaur, and the satyr like he whispers something to the satyr, and he nods, and the satyr kind of like lifts up his pan flute and lets out a whistle to get everyone's attention that had not already been gotten, and then he will kind of step over to here. This woman will stay here. He will approach this woman, ask her something, gets rejected, and then will go over here to sit by himself.
Damn.
He still looks like he's having fun, though. But once all eyes are on him, he'll kind of take a step back and will say, "Welcome, welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming to my feast. As you may know, I am King of the Forest, King of Olzenjala Vitya, your fearsome king, as you hear like some laughter come from like these two, as well as from like the fey creatures over here. Um, and he smiles at that and say, "Yes, yes, I know, but I'd like to thank you all for coming to my daughter's name day." Um, as he like his wife kind of turns to her daughter, or like looks down. She's like holding her hand, and kind of like gestures for her to take her father's hand. And the little cowgirl kind of looks back and forth between the two, and then kind of like reaches out towards her father, and he has to like kneel down. He like gets down on one leg and like takes her hand, and then like lifts her up, putting her up onto his shoulder. Here, put her like right there, so she's not in his face. She starts like she like grabs onto his horn and starts like hanging from it, giggling away. And he will say, now, might there be any druids present to conduct the ritual? So, Kayla, you are a druid. This is optional if you want. But if you wanted to, you could help lead the ceremony, and your character would know what the ceremony entails, but would you like to?
Frank puts his hand up, but he doesn't realize what a druid is.
Did you say sure?
Yes, I'll help with the ceremony.
All right. Yeah, so like you raise your hand, and then the tall man behind you in armor raises his hand as well, but seems less sure of himself. And you also see this guy who's just kind of been standing around over there. Oh, hey, I forgot that I had some things on the GM layer over there. Get rid of those. Anyways, this guy, I accidentally made a square. Whoops. This guy also a centaur, kind of.
What powerful magics!
Yeah, she summons forth a square as he's like summoned into existence. Kind of starts like clopping over, but then Astra, you notice him look at you, and you look at him, and you recognize each other as fellow druids.
Bill.
As he will then like kind of say something to you, Astra, in Druidic, and he will say, as he kind of like slowly clops forward, he will say, "Good luck to you, small fae." And
Thank you.
And he will do a little something for you. He's going to, as I check his, all right. Very nice, very nice. He is going to do a little bit of druidcraft, and as he kind of like makes your sort of like laurel wreath, kind of like the flowers on it, like kind of bloom even brighter, as he infuses it with druidic powers. So, whatever skill check you may need to make for this, you now have advantage on it. But the king will kind of say, now, if the druid would just come over here, as he kind of like looks between the two druids, and then kind of the centaur kind of bows his head and kind of steps back a bit.
I would bow back.
All right, yeah.
Nothing.
And he says, "Please, come over here."
Cool.
All right. All right, so he will place his daughter onto the ground and take a step back.
Frank would also get a little closer, but then realize he doesn't know what he's doing, so he's just going to sit over here.
Yeah, the kobold will follow you.
He's my
as
brother. Of course, he's gonna follow me.
yeah, these two elves kind of take a seat. These goblins are just kind of watching from the distance. The kobolds over here kind of turn to look at him.
I will also
I
give
will
him uppies so that
take
he
a
has a
seat.
better view.
All right, nice. All right. Yeah, the kobold gets excited at the uppies. And like kind of like starts like shouting something in Draconic, but then his like fellow
Yeah.
kobolds kind of shoot him a look to be like, be quiet, something's happening. But like steampunk, you notice that Nat over here is still scribbling away, though he's like now watching the scene. So Astra, uh, your character would know this, but I will explain it out of character so that you as a player would know.
Cool.
So, in this land, there is a ceremony that comes along with naming one's child. It's usually done on their first birthday. So, on the first year of their life, they remain unnamed, and you basically know that for this ritual, you will kind of need a like um and if your character doesn't have them already, the centaur in the back will provide them to you. You will need like a couple of instruments, um, or tools. Like one is a
Instruments?
I had to correct myself because I knew
Drum?
that would happen. Uh, the tools are a green robe, which he kind of like puts on you. Kind of like he like cuts open some holes in the back in the cloak, so that your wings can kind of go through and not get like obstructed by it. And he also hands you a distaff, which is a sort of like little rod that's used uh in spinning like wool or flax. It's in like yarn making and clothing making and stuff. Um, so he'll hand you those items. Um,
Okay, you've put them in my inventory. Cool, because I was like, I didn't even know what to
yeah.
do. Okay, cool.
And yeah, you know that the ritual requires you to basically take a bowl of holy water, which the wife is carrying with her in one of her hands, and she kind of like kneels down so that you can get to her. Though, actually, hold on, you can fly. Never mind, she doesn't have to kneel down. You can just like fly up to her, or if you prefer to be on the ground, she can do that. And basically,
I'm okay to fly.
yeah. Uh, Queen Otam like nods and presents the holy water to you, and basically all you need to do is kind of put your hand into the holy water, and then flick the child with the water.
When that happens, Frank laughs.
So I guess I should ask, Kayla, do you do that?
Yes.
All right,
I didn't laugh, if that's what you're asking.
all right.
Frank laughs.
I take it very seriously.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, you with like the distaff in one hand, you like place your hand into the water and turn towards the young Minotaur girl, who's kind of like she's just kind of like looking around awkwardly, kind of like gesture, like looks back at her parents with like a what's going on look, uh, as you then like get her attention and she faces you, and holding the distaff like aloft, and you with one hand you like flick the water onto the snout of the little minotaur girl, and she kind of like flinches at that, not expecting it, and kind of like shakes her head a bit, to like shake off the water like a dog, and then you kind of gesture towards the king, as now he basically has to do the same thing. So and he does, as he like steps over to his wife, places a very big hand into the water. Like the water kind of like starts spilling out of the bowl, and his wife looks none too pleased about that, as she says something in hold on, what languages do they know?
Can I reassure the child that we're not hurting it, or is that going to like mess with the thing?
No, that's fine. You can do that.
Well, yes, I would like to do that.
What do you say to her?
I just, it's okay. We're not going to hurt you. We're just celebrating your birthday.
All right, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Persuasion check on a baby.
Maybe it's a smart baby. We don't know.
I mean, it's already been walking around, right?
All right.
You know? Oh no.
Okay. Yeah. So you
Oh.
offer the baby some kind words and some words of encouragement, but you quickly realize that it seems she doesn't quite know common yet, and doesn't really understand you, and looks more confused now than she did before. As she like sort of starts to look upset, and
What the fuck? Sorry, are you guys in my chat right now?
yeah.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh my
The
god.
fuck?
All right.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so the king kind of flicks his daughter with the water, and again she flinches and like shakes her head to like shake the water off of her. And yeah, you carry out the final part of the ceremony, as you say a few druidic words, basically along the lines of like basically you like sanctify, or like you bless the child, so that she might grow to be like, take on her family's name and blah 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 blah, all that like family pride shit. And then it's the king and queen kind of look to each other. The queen nods, and he will say, "Very well." Now he seems nervous, seeing his child's nervousness. He says, uh, he like kind of steps forward and like kneels down in front of his kid, placing like a hand on her like little shoulder, and says, well, Vane, it is good of you to join our family. As I don't know if this shows up for you guys, but her name now pops up, as she has been named. And
Yay.
Kayla, make a Arcana skill check.
Okay. Oh, hold on. It's being read. What? My character sheet just. Apparently, I closed my thingy sheet.
Also, no character, no nameplate came up for us either.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Oh,
21.
that's a crit.
Oof.
Oh, it just popped up, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm figuring out what it is. Okay. So yeah, with that crit, you see it happen basically. You see that there's like a swirl of druidic magic that encircles the four of you. And as he speaks his daughter's new name, that druidic magic kind of flows into the daughter, and kind of she has a name now. She has been bestowed with a name,
Ooh, claps.
and has been blessed
Yay.
by the local druid circle, namely by you.
Yay.
All right. Yeah. So, the flowers on your like laurel crown kind of like sprout even further and are now even prettier.
You leveled up.
Damn.
All right. And then with that, the child looks kind of like less confused, and she like lets out a laugh, which then causes her father to let out another laugh in return. And his mother kind of steps over, places a hand on his shoulder to like calm him down so that he's no longer being the nervous spotlight. And then she will say, thank you all for coming and joining us for this moment. My husband is a bit too overwhelmed with emotion at the moment, so please carry on with the festivities. We like the food and drinks will keep flowing until well into the night. And if any have gifts, you may present them. And with that, the kobold starts drumming again. And the festivities start once again.
Such a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. I'm gonna drum with him
Wait,
now.
so he's got the drums on
Yes.
Cap's head right now?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah, the kobold places the
Incredible.
drum on Frank's helmet, and then he starts tapping it away at it. Frank,
I have my
his
drum
actual
in between
helmet.
me legs.
and then he's also kind of like tapping on one of your shoulder pads to like make a metallic sound with his claws to add to it as well.
Astra is frozen while I pee.
Okay.
Let me see if this kobold gets any better at his performance.
Natural. Oh. Don't
One.
worry, I
One
will
better.
natural 20 to improve it. Don't worry.
Frank, you notice a very, very
Well-
slight improvement to the kobold's rhythm. But the
I was so moved.
yeah, as you start drumming as well, you kind of like your shoulder is constantly getting like tapped on, and is kind of throwing off your beat a bit. So you feel like you're not playing as well, but this is great. And Kayla, you may leave if you wish, or you can stay there.
I don't know.
All right, yeah. So this satyr will kind of hop up onto his goat feet and walk over. He kind of like looks at you, Frank, and gives you a smile and says, "Ah, good to see another bard in the midst. I heard you and your friends playing something together. Tell me, what was the song that you played?" He's speaking to you in common.
First of all, I'm not a bard.
this.
I'm a knight. Can't you tell I'm wearing armor?
Oh, my
And
apologies.
also, it's called music.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. What a meta name, then.
Yeah. It's it comes straight from the heart. Yeah.
He like nods
You gonna
along
join us?
sagely. You know,
Come
I
on.
just
Come on,
spent
join
the
us.
past hour trying to serenade a naiad and got rejected, so what the hell?
Hell yeah.
He like takes out his lute and starts playing with you.
Party.
I just want to say, this satyr looks exactly like the Robert Downey Jr. meme.
All right. Yeah. So Frank, the satyr's lute joins in the chorus, and he's playing quite well. Honestly, he's kind of upstaging you a bit.
I'm jealous now.
Damn.
Competition.
All right, but steampunk, are you doing anything?
I moved.
What else?
Yeah.
Noticing my newfound friends rejoining in their musical accompaniment, I go back to join them alongside with the new member.
All right.
Wherever in
And we
Spain.
enjoy our time.
All right. Yeah. So, nice perception performance. So yeah, you start letting off the bells and whistles as well, joining in with the festivities. And Astra, as you go over to the centaur, he kind of like acknowledges you, and he says, "You did well during the ceremony."
Do I speak now?
Yeah, he's speaking to you.
Thank you. I just wanted to offer back what you gave me if you wanted it returned.
Yes, of course. He'll like take the cloak and distal staff as you like offer them up to you. You see him kind of draw some sigils in the air as he like places a hand on the cloak and repairs the holes that he cut so that your wings could get through it. And he'll like say to you, now, are you a new druid to these woods? I don't think I've met you before.
Yes, I've only come recently out to these parts from, what's it called? Is it the Feywild?
The Feywild.
The Feywild. From the Feywild. So I'm kind of just trying to find my way around and, meet new people in this new world.
Yeah, he like nods his head. And there are a great many people to meet. He'll kind of like turn and gesture towards all the party goers. And you notice that the group of fairies are making their way over. Do you do anything?
I feel like running away is more sus than staying there and taking the risk.
All right. Okay, so you're staying.
Amogus.
You're standing your ground.
Hopefully they don't know. I don't
So
know.
be it time to roll initiative. No.
This
Alright.
is sweat.
Yeah. So like yeah, the Fae come like flying up as this one is saying Sil. And he'll say, yes, Sai, what is it? They're speaking in Elven now, which I believe Astron knows, so you can understand them. And this guy says, Farah was just telling me about, what was it, Farah? The little green pixie girl there, kind of like flies over and kind of shoves him on the shoulder a little bit. And he says, I just told you and you already forgot? And he says, he like flies a bit away from her. The druid kind of gestures for them to like calm down, and he says, what's the matter, little Farah? What is it? And the pixie girl says, we was talking something about it, and Lou there, she points to that guy. He said that there's poachers in the woods. And Sil kind of arcs an eyebrow. Astra, do you react in any way?
I tilt my head slightly and say poachers.
Like, yeah, poachers in the woods. they're hunting things, but they're not supposed to hunt things. And then this guy will kind of like zip up to your face, like not really knowing what personal space is. And oh Jesus, my map is going wild. As he I accidentally right-clicked and everything started moving. So yeah, Lou here flies up to your face uncomfortably close, and he will say something in Sylvan. Astra, make a. I don't think you know Sylvan. You know Elven, but they're related languages. So make a. Make an insight check. Alright, yeah. He starts speaking to you in Sylvan, which, you recognize the language, but you don't know it yourself. It's like, if you're speaking modern English, this guy's basically speaking, Old English, which are very different.
A lot of F's.
Yeah, a lot of F sounds. You hear some words that sound familiar to you, but have extra syllables or are pronounced a bit different from how you're used to. But with the 9, you kind of get overwhelmed by this guy being in your face, so you're not probably paying as much attention to his words as you normally would, as he's just flying around very distractedly around you. Just zipping all over the place as he talks.
It's the music.
And this guy will kind of start joining in and kind of just be flying circles around you. Oh, he disappeared. While laughing.
So I don't know at all what the guy said.
Nope. Catch a few words, wood as a cognate of wood, as and wolf and stuff. Oof.
I would just say sorry. I don't understand.
Yeah. As you say that, the guy stops zipping around you, and will look sad and kind of fly off. But the little pixie will kind of fly up to you, and will say, don't mind him, he can't speak common, or Elven, but he was saying that up north, on the, not far off the road, as we were making our way here, he spotted some poachers hunting in the woods. 4 of them.
That's awful. If they're not meant to be hunting, what are they even doing?
I don't know. Killing animals is what poachers do. They're not nice. You see in the background, this Fae kind of zips up to the keg and just starts drinking from the faucet.
I like his style.
Should someone stop him?
He'll be fine.
I have a question.
Yep.
Can I see this fairy doing this?
Yes.
Hey, Kobold, I'm just gonna put you down. Go. And then I'm gonna run over here and I'm gonna join him on the other keg. I unequip the kobold and then I go over to the keg and I just join him.
Okay, so you're wearing a helmet. Does that helmet cover your mouth?
Kind of. Half and half.
Do you take your helmet off?
No.
Okay.
Pour it in the eye hole.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Going into the eye holes.
What
All right.
I'll make it move.
Make a Make a sleight of hand check with disadvantage. The helmet stays on. Hell yeah. Yes, it does.
14.
Oh, all right. So, Frank, you've been to parties before.
Already annoyed.
You have been to parties before. You've done this. You have trained for this moment. After many a failure, many a test, you go. Mission found. You like angle yourself to be in such a way that the faucet of the keg will kind of like spill its drink into your visor at such an angle that it'll splash against like your nose and then run down into your mouth and just kind of like lap it up, like just sip it off of your face, basically.
Hell yeah! This is how we do back in the. This is how we do at parties.
All right.
Stumbling over his words not to reveal where he came from.
All right. Very nice. All right. Drunk's already gone to his head. Yeah. Frank, just for no reason at all, make a Constitution saving throw.
A Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Yes.
10.
All right. You're not drunk yet.
Yet.
You have a bit of a buzz going.
Yeah.
But this fairy has kind of drunk so much that, like, you know, he has like a visible beer gut now, and he's just kind of like started to like lay on top of the keg, and is just kind of staring off into the sky, occasionally letting out a burp or two.
That's the life, buddy. That's the life.
He is content with his life. All right, Steampunk, are you doing anything? You notice, if you're still keeping an eye out on the goblins, they kind of seem to approach the king.
So tempted to join in on the drinking.
You can if you want.
Yeah, fuck it. You know what? Yeah, I'll have a drink.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Astra, make a
This is how we
Constitution saving
party.
throw as well.
Okay, so what do I do?
So, in order to do a Constitution saving throw, in the box above where the skills are, you'll see like the 6 like strength, dexterity, con, int, wisdom, and charisma. Click on Constitution. Oh no.
Nice.
All
I'm
right.
drunk as
Lightweight.
Yeah. Astra is apparently a lightweight. Let that inform your RP as you will.
Fantastic. I'm going to lay on Frank's shoulder. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lay on his shoulder.
All right, yeah. So,
Chill back.
a thing you can do when you're moving your token is if you hold Alt as you like click and drag, you can like get yourself off the grid. All right, yeah. So Frank, the fairy that was playing the flute earlier, like takes a few swigs, and very quickly gets obviously drunk and takes a rest on your shoulder.
It's okay,
You're
sister.
very shiny.
I know, I'm
Like
amazing.
you.
I'm amazing, I know.
All right. Meanwhile, on this side of camp, Steampunk, you see this goblin approach the king, and he starts like saying something to him in common. Would you like to eavesdrop?
Before I do that, I speak to the man beside me. asking if he was well acquainted with the king, noticing that once he arrived, he bowed to him.
Yeah. So the satyr kind of gives you a smile and says, "No, this is actually the first time we've met. Honestly, didn't even know he was a minotaur." Have you met the king before?
I have not. This is my first meeting him too.
Ah, well, 2 first meetings.
Cheers to that. I don't drink.
Don't worry, I'll drink
Oil.
for 2 then. He pours himself 2 tankards of ale.
Good show.
He says, I'm a bit of a practicing minstrel. Varus, by the way. I'm sure you've heard of me. Make a history check with disadvantage. 11. You've never heard of this guy before?
Unfortunately, I've not, but I'm glad to have finally met you. To new beginnings.
New beginnings. Then he takes a big swig from his ale.
Pardon me though, sir. Do you have any idea what the goblin over there might be talking to the king about?
Are you, looking to learn a little bit of gossip, eh? He'll kind of like take a sly step towards the goblins. And he'll say, "Yeah, I speak a little bit of goblin."
Oh my god.
Interesting. You see, I've come seeking adventure, and I was wondering if maybe the king had some information I could use, but seeing as though he's busy currently, I thought maybe I could get some information offhand.
He kind of like taps his the temple of his head, and he says, well, I have been here since dawn, so I've been picking up all the latest gossip. He'll kind of like look around conspiratorially, like left and right, as he'll like lean in closer to you, and will whisper, like he has a moment of confusion as he's like about to like whisper into your ear, but like since you're kind of like a robot, he doesn't know where your ears are. So he like kind of pulls back a bit and will just like kind of in a hushed tone just speak, as he'll say, couple over there. He kind of like nods his head towards the 2 Eladrin there, and he say, they've been like the blue one's been talking about a cave of some sort along the way. Says made him feel very afraid. He'll then like nod towards in direction of this dryad, and will say, as for those 3, well, they have been talking about a little bit of a what's it called? In the common tongue, a infection in the woods, a tree infection, you know. You can make an Arcana check to understand what he means, or nature. All right, with that 8, you know that there are certainly magical maladies that can affect trees and whatnot, but you can't quite recall what any of them are. Sounds pretty bad. And then he'll kind of gesture over towards the centaur, and I just overheard that centaur and the Fae there talking about some poachers. As he'll then kind of like nod towards the goblin, and well, I can figure out what these goblins want. Like,
Well, seeing as though those poachers might be a urgent matter. I think I might go have a chat with them. Thank you so much, sir. I'll definitely be coming back to get some more information from you.
Of course. Of course. It was good to meet you.
You too, sir. Keep on drinking for me.
Of course I will. He takes another swig.
Alright, make my way over here.
Can I introduce myself to Frank? Because we haven't actually introduced ourselves.
Yeah. So meanwhile, the bugbear and the fairy.
Hi, what's your name?
Oh, hello, I'm Frank.
Hi, Frank. I'm Astra. Will you be my friend?
Sure. I think you're kind of drunk. You got it.
I drank a lot of alcohol.
That's inspiring for me. I'm gonna drink some more.
Yeah, get as drunk as me, Frank. We'll be drunk buddies.
I'm gonna angle my head once again under the
under
the tap.
under the cake. Yeah.
I love it. He's just trying so hard to do the story, and we're just like, let's drink.
I want to go kill him.
Go killing some poach.
So, do I have to make another sleight of hand to angle it correctly, or
Yes.
is it okay? We'll just be natural.
All right.
Hell yeah!
You get the angle a little bit better. You manage to get like, if you like stick your tongue out, you get like manage to get like it to not completely pour over your face. And like onto your tongue.
Is there a difference?
And you like clap it up. But
Face, mouth, same thing.
otherwise, make a Constitution saving throw, as I imagine you don't just take one sip.
Another 10 or 5. I don't know if disadvantage is imposed by having multiple.
Am I feeling it?
H, is your profile picture Beedrill?
Yes.
Fucking cringe.
So am I starting to feel it now, right?
Yeah, you're feeling it now, Mr.
Krabs.
Krabs. You're feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. So yeah, you are feeling it. You're starting to get a bit drunk yourself, as you are.
Oh yeah.
You found a new drinking buddy.
Hey, Astra.
Yeah, Frank?
See that guy over there?
Yeah, he's my buddy. He was
Do you think
talking
you'll
to
give me a ride?
You go ask.
All right, let's go and ask him. Come on.
Okay.
Stumble into the fire a little bit, and then stumble there.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't
do you
know how to
actually
do
stumble
that,
into the
so I
fire?
just-
A little, yeah.
Make a
I
dexterity
got off-
saving throw.
Oh,
Oh
God.
god.
I got off him and
Duality of
flew over
man.
there very sloppily.
All right, nice. All right. So, Frank, you step into the. So like these are kind of like little fire pits. They're kind of like built up off the ground. You have to step up onto it. So you're just like beelining your way over, regardless of obstacles. As you like step on like the hot like metal rods of the oven, and you can feel a slight like hot, like you can feel the heat, but like you step past it quickly enough that it doesn't do any harm to you.
I'm a fire walker. Oh my god.
Oh,
How do I do the footstep thing that you did? The like pathing.
If you click and drag your character, you right click, and then you can create a path by continuously right clicking it.
Oh.
Yeah, so when you're dragging your character, right click, and you can make a little
Yeah, you
path.
like right click to
there you
each
go.
point that you want to go to.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So you know how you drag your character from
Oh,
over here?
I see.
Yeah, while holding it, just
Okay,
right click.
well, ignore that, Ryder. That was just me being an idiot.
That's fine.
I want to say I want to just like put my arm on the centaur's back and just say, "Hey, can
He
you
like
give me a ride?"
I'm so glad I got off.
So like yeah, steampunk. As you like walk up to the centaur, another group of people walks up as well at the same time, and the large one asks the centaur for a ride. Syl, the centaur, kind of like twists his body back. Like he doesn't like change his direction. So like his horse part is still staying where it is. So he like twists his torso towards you, and will say, you know, it's rude to ask a centaur to give you a ride. But then he'll like smile, and say, but what is a party without some merriment? Go ahead.
He gets it. Hell yeah! I'm gonna try and get on him. Whoa!
All right, you may do so.
I am now on his back.
All right, you are also drunk, so give me a dex save.
Deck save. Oh!
All right,
That's
so
a 2 and a 3.
nice. So you you like plant your hands onto like his back, and you like kind of give yourself a few like preparatory like, all right, I'm gonna jump up onto him, and like you launch yourself up off of his back, and just kind of propel yourself over his back, and like on, like just you fly over him basically.
Just leapfrog.
Oh!
Yeah, you just leapfrog the
Just
centaur.
saying, whoa.
And with that 7, not expecting this to happen yourself, you kind of just like you eat the dirt, or at least you would if you weren't wearing a helmet. So you're now prone as you land face first into the dirt. The fairies kind of like circle around you and laugh.
Frank, you okay?
Okay. That was fun. You should give it a go, Esther.
I think I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. Syl will let out a laugh himself, as he'll then turn to the Warforged, and he will kind of say, "Good evening, Warforged. I haven't seen your kind in quite some time."
Yes, I am a traveler from a far land. It's lovely to make your acquaintance. My name is Steampunk. I was informed by my friend over there that we may have some poachers in the forest. Do you think you could tell me some more about this?
Yeah. As you like mention the friend over there, he kind of like looks towards Varys, and he has like an you talked to the town gossip kind of look to him, and he'll like nod his head. He'll gesture towards the pixie who's kind of floating in the air, hovering over Frank, laughing at him, and as well as tugging at his shoulder to help him get up. As Syl will say, my name is Syl, and yes, the pixie over there, Farah, her name is, was just telling me about how her friend, Louis, saw some poachers north of here, hunting the wild animals, and,
Oh, jeez.
actually, he like quiets for a bit as you notice he kind of like has a moment of like realization as he'll say himself, and I just remembered a friend of mine also went north to graze.
Oh no.
I know a thing or two about poachers. They always used to live near me. Or something.
He like turns to you. Well, if you can get rid of these poachers somehow, no, you need not kill them, but you could try shooing them away, but well,
I can chew them.
did you say chew them or shoo them?
Oh, is there a difference?
But
Semantically and literally, yes. But
Oh, okay.
I will admit, if blood is to be shed, well, the shedding of blood is a natural part of life. You cannot hunt without without expecting to be hunted yourself.
that is very true. Well, seeing as though this is very urgent, do you think it could point me in the right direction? I want to make sure everyone is safe, as I am very passionate about putting evildoers in their place.
God, I wish I was an asshole character so I could just say cringe right now.
All right. Yeah, he'll say, he'll kind of like say something in Sylvan, which I don't think any of you guys know, but it gets the pixie's attention. She like flies over and says a reply in Sylvan, like, Lawanda? And he'll kind of say something. And she like nods, and then turns to you three and will speak common. And when she speaks, it's a bit broken, as she doesn't seem to speak common very often. But she says, poachers, north, four poachers. Animal hunt, bad.
I understand completely, little flying thing. We go north. We go north and slaves, poachers.
Frank, let me help you.
Adventure!
Adventure. Oh, wait. Yeah, Syl is like about to like say something, you guys. She just like, would I see that you're drunk? Would you like me? Oh, they're going. Adventure.
Adventure 2. I like you, night person.
All right. Yeah. So.
Indubitably.
What a great way to start this adventure, by the way.
Yeah.
Getting drunk
I'm just
and going to kill some
purely on helping you.
Yeah. As you guys leave, Frank and Astra make this with disadvantage, but roll normally for Steampunk. Make perception checks, all three of you.
Disadvantage.
20!
Oh, imagine if I got to keep that 19.
Ooh.
Alright. Okay. Okay. Astra and Frank, you don't notice this, but Steampunk, you were paying attention to the goblins earlier, and not far behind you, though they don't seem to be following you per se, just kind of exiting in the same direction as you, the goblinoids are also leaving the party. The druid kind of like watches them leave, but kind of shrugs, and kind of the fairies kind of just start flying around and annoying him, as fairies are wont to do. This fairy over here, as you leave, kind of sloggily flies over and just kind of rests in his antlers. as you guys leave the party. All right. So, a druid, a fighter, bard, and a construct go to fight poachers, 2 of which are drunk. Yes.
I mean, those
This isn't
perception
getting
rolls,
on.
like that speaks,
It speaks volumes.
Me with a 20, Cap with a 7, Kayla with a 4.
Mhm.
So when do I end up not drunk? Out of curiosity,
Yeah.
do I have to rest?
Yeah,
Throw up.
basically. Let's see. Let's give you a little icon to show that you're drunk.
I think it wears off, doesn't it?
Yeah, it would wear off. We'll just kind of
Oh, I
You
think.
know,
give this like a little.
Druid lady
Is it
looks
like-
creepy as shit. By the way, that's why I avoided her.
Is it like poisoned for an hour? Is that what it is? when
Yeah,
you're drunk?
basically. So basically, Kayla and Frank, or Astra and Frank, have, I believe, disadvantage on skill rolls. Let me see if that affects attacks, in case, we'll see how sideways this potential combat goes.
Getting drunk,
real quick.
saving lives.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
think we
we
should
do.
get advantage personally, but
Yeah, all the cowardice washed away. A poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So an ability check is basically another word for a skill check. So I'm sure this will go swimmingly. So
Probably should have
Frank's
waited for the
shoulders.
druid to keep talking.
Yep, no. All right, so we will just temporarily go to the map, as
To the
to
map.
the overworld map, as you guys are now traveling. So Steampunk. I'm guessing you're probably the one leading these 2 drunken idiots, with you.
I am the leader.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
There's 3 Kayla.
there's 3 Astras. Astra, you're
suddenly I multiply and I
No.
have multiple of me.
so like normally when you're really drunk, you start seeing like multiples of other people.
Yeah.
Astra is seeing multiples of herself. Get out of here.
Suddenly another.
You're not here. But Steampunk, can I get
Just leaving them there.
can I get
No.
can I get a survive check?
Where is survive?
Should
That's
be
just
the
survival,
last
right?
one on the skill
Yeah.
list.
21.
All right. Yes, you are in quest mode. Also, wow, that's the dichotomy right there. That's a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Ooh.
Duality of man.
Good thing you know where you have a general idea where you're going. Otherwise, you guys would have gotten lost. Then I'd have to roll
Yeah.
a random encounter. But Steampunk, you follow the road north as followed behind by 2 drunken idiots, and you make your way off into the
Let's
woods.
find things.
So, I should ask, is anyone trying to be stealthy?
Not really.
Can I be drunkenly stealthy?
You can attempt to. You would just have
Not making
disadvantage
mistakes,
because you're
no.
drunk.
Astra, I'm gonna sneak ahead. Okay, shh. Okay,
You have fun, Frank.
sneak ahead.
Yeah, so
Snap, snap, snap.
yeah,
Stumbles into tree.
Astra, he says he's going to sneak ahead, as you hear like clunk, 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 as well as like some scratching sounds of like wood against metal, the stomping of his boots, breaking of twigs. He's maybe like talking to himself about how stealthy he is right now as well.
You know what it's like? It's like
From Emperor's New Groove. I'm like singing my own
Sneaky.
little sneaky tune.
Ta-da. Yep. Alright, yeah. But eventually.
Don't be
It does-
suspicious. Won't be suspicious.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see, which encounter is this? Okay, so you guys
Wait,
will
what?
come upon this scene.
Wow, my eyes.
So, you guys over here. We'll say that you're coming from like right around here. I moved you. Frank, how far ahead are you gonna be?
How far ahead can I be? My question is, can I come out of these trees over here?
Sure. You
Okay.
force your way through these trees, or these bushes. And also, I
Okay.
should ask, can everybody see?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can see.
All right. Yeah. So, Frank, you guys come upon this scene. You see 4 individuals over here. They're all kind of like, they haven't noticed you yet, though. Considering how loud Frank is out of character, that might not last very long. But you see a sort of short, like a trail of blood that leads you here. And then like Frank goes off to like scout ahead, as he says, as he like Dark Souls fat rolls between bushes, just like starts like straight up walking through bushes and whatnot, making a whole lot of noise. He'll make a perfect distraction, you think, Steampunk, when you come upon this scene, as it seems the blood trail is coming from an injured elk, which is kind of like gotten cornered here, as it has been shot a few times, like one kind of just like in its side, and then another like in its hind leg, so it's kind of limping and letting out like whining noises as you guys approach, and you can see that like these people are kind of like getting in position, like these 2 behind the bushes like have bows on them. This guy's got a short sword, probably for like giving like a clean final kill, and this guy turns around and hears some noise coming from this direction, as like even a passive perception of let's see what their passive perception is, like it's not lower than 6, I know that, but it's like 10. And don't worry, I'm just
Are we gonna die? Can we even fight these guys at this point?
I probably can. I don't know about you guys.
Are we going to die?
Oh.
She asks before combat. As yeah, this guy will kind of let out a whistle, getting the attention of the others, and this one will say, "What is it, Osmond?" As Osmond will say, like, there's something in the bushes. I think it's a wolf. And then he'll kind of like peer off, and like this one, he's like, wolves must have already caught the scent then. As then, Frank, you burst through a bush, as indicated by your nat 1 on stealth. So, you lock eyes with this man. He locks eyes with you. Astra and Steampunk, you guys are a little bit more in the distance, but you can see this happen.
Can I sneak?
Yeah, make a stealth check. And Steampunk, if you would like to sneak too, you can do that as well.
Yes.
'Cause I want to heal.
I just realized I was muted.
Oh.
Ooh.
I just stare at
Is it
him.
stealth? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm completely confident I am 100%.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm
Wow,
gonna add
that's
like a
impressive.
little ninja thing onto you so that you know your stuff.
I wanna sneak like over here to the animal where they can't see me.
All right.
Is that allowed?
Won't be able to get there yet, but you can. We're gonna be moving in rounds, basically. What I mean by this is, at this point, as this is a potentially hostile encounter, hasn't come to blows yet, but things are gonna be acting in the round, and if things come to blows, they will. But movement and stuff will be handled as though through combat. So, during combat, during the combat round, you can move 30 feet with each movement action. You can also use your main action to dash as well, which gives you another 30 feet. So, Astra, you can move, and also you can move by whatever your speed is. I don't remember if you have a different fly speed from. Okay, no, it looks like
I'm
it's the
pretty
same.
sure it's 30 feet.
So yeah.
as well.
I cannot fucking figure out this right click thing. I don't fucking know how it works. Okay.
Don't worry, I never
while you're
use it.
dragging your character, you just right click.
Okay,
You
so
don't have to.
wait, so I can hide
Yeah.
behind this rock?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna hide behind the rock.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, good boy.
So like, yeah, Astra, Steampunk, you were pretty sure that there was a fairy right next to you, but then she's gone. You hope she didn't get lost in the woods, as she just zooms on over there. Meanwhile, Frank, what is going on over here?
Frank is never in danger. Frank is the danger.
All right. Yeah. So you lock eyes with this man. He locks eyes with you, and he says,
I'm 100%
All right,
confident in
get-
myself, though. So
"Get out of them bushes, whoever you are."
I stand completely still and like move a little bit to the side to like out of his eye contact because I'm pretty sure he's not talking to me.
Like you see that he's looking directly at you, and as you like move, he like turns his head to follow you, and he says, I can see you in the bushes by the tree there." He like points directly at you. Frank, for
will
some
look
reason,
behind
there's like 3 men are pointing at you, and saying things at you.
He'll point to himself.
Yeah, and like yeah, the poacher will be like, yeah, you are you deaf or something?
You can see me.
Of course I can see you. You're making so much noise.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna run up and hit him with my club.
Okay, so now we are going to do what's called rolling for initiative. So, Frank already did this. Looks like H already did this as well. So everyone, click on
Although there is
your
is- yeah,
character, on your token, that is, which is like the little thing on the map, and then go into your character sheet and press the initiative button, which is like right above where your hit points are in the middle column, in between like the shield, or like right to the right of the shield.
yeah. If you don't click on your character token before you roll initiative, it won't add it to
okay.
the tracker on the left hand
Yeah.
side there.
Damn it. Could have had a 17.
No, I go
No,
with
we
whatever
can
you
see.
rolled first. That's just to add it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 17. Okay. Now I need to roll for these poachers. Hold on, I've got like too many things open.
So I'm gonna draw my
Oh,
log. It's
Is there,
it's
like,
called
Battle
logging.
music we can accompany with this?
Yes, I will get some. The other two. There they are.
Quick question.
Yep.
I can speak with animals.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Is that an immediate thing, or is that like I have to do something before? I can?
Is it on your spell list, or is it a class feature or race feature?
It's on my spell list.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, if you click on it, it should tell you what kind of action it is. I'm pretty sure it's an action.
One action. Yeah, it says one action.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that would be something that you'd have to do on your turn, as we will start doing that now. So let's get some battle music.
Fuck, one of them got 21. What the fuck?
Indeed. Go with rat battle, because this is tutorial battle. Alright.
Hell yeah.
So, this is the way things work. So, Frank has initiated the combat with a surprise attack. So, for this first round of combat, basically, everyone is spending their turns becoming not surprised, which basically means that only Frank gets to go. So, Frank, you are attacking, correct?
Basically, I get a free go. Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
yeah.
pulling out Loggy, me big log friend, and I'm gonna hit this guy on the head, literally bonking him.
Now, you're a bugbear, and I know bugbears are sneaky people, so do you have anything that augments this?
I have obviously my attack, but then I also have a special ability called surprise attack, where if I make the first attack, actually roll it out for you. There you go.
You surprise a creature and hit it with an attack on your first turn in combat. The attack deals an extra 2d6. All right. Yeah, so roll to hit.
18 to hit
Oof, that hits.
with
Now,
7 damage.
I can't remember if I added a surprise attack thing for you, but if you don't have a
You
macro
did.
for it, oh, I did. Excellent. All right. So you smack this guy, and then as you burst out from the bush, and he's like, I see you right there, clunk, clunk. As you hit him in the head, there's
First blood.
a bone, the sound of bones snapping as his head twists the wrong way, as the others are like, oh shit, bugbear. They, one of them calls.
Oh, I'm an elf.
Hairiest elf I ever seen, as we now get into combat. So,
But I get a move action, right?
no, you just get the action for a surprise.
Oh,
round.
okay.
So now we are in normal initiative. So it is currently this man's turn. He
I'm gonna die.
does not know Astra's there. He has not yet noticed Steampunk, but his friend just got fucking clubbed in the face. As he pulls out his crossbow, loads it with a bolt, and takes aim at Frank. Does the 16 hit you?
Yes.
All right. For 4 piercing damage, as the crossbow bolt launches from his light crossbow and just pierces your armor, Frank. All right.
Ow.
Steampunk, it is now
That
your
hurt.
turn. So, during your turn, there's a number of things that you can do. You can move. You get 30 feet of movement for free, as
You
well.
have to pay for it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you have to pay for it. Otherwise, if you want to move in addition to that free 30 feet, you can use a dash action to move again. Or you can also use your actions to do other things, such as doing a skill check. Like if you wanted to, like, say, for example, run up to that rock and then toss it at one of these guys. That would be a skill check. Or like an attack, skill check to pick it up. Or if you want to make an attack that also takes your main action. And as a fighter, in later levels, you will be able to start making multiple attacks with just a single action, called multi-attack. But that's for later episodes. And let's see, what other things can you do? You can like do things like hiding if you want. That would be a skill check. And I realized what I'm forgetting. So if you guys go to the journal on Roll20, which is like the same sort of tab on Roll20 that has like your character sheet in it. If you go to the rules folder, expand it, and then expand the subfolder quick reference, there is a handout in there called actions in combat. So these are all the different things that you can do during your turn with your main action. So you can like you can attack, you can cast a spell. Some spells use what's called a bonus action, which is sort of like a very quick thing. You can do bonus actions in addition to a separate action. Though when it comes to spell casting, you can only cast one spell and one cantrip, but you can't cast 2 spells or 2 cantrips, if that makes sense. Using like action bonus action economy. You can also dash.
Spells.
Yeah. You can also do what's called disengaging. So like if you are in melee with someone, we'll pretend this guy is not dead. If you're in melee with someone and you decide to like, and he were decide to move away, for example, if he does not
He's
take
a
the,
zombie!
Yeah. If he does not take the disengage action, that means that Frank and anyone else who is in melee with him can make an attack of opportunity against him, which Cap rolled as an example, and he succeeds as he clunks this zombie back down. And then he kind of glitches
And
out and goes
stay
back to
down.
here, dead.
Just
So-
to make sure, I'm gonna like smash his head off.
Steampunk, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I can move. Alright, I'll move into this bush. Whoop, that's the one. And I will roll for an attack to
Alright.
this dude to stop him from attacking
All right, roll an
Frank
attack.
anymore.
You pick the weapon you would like to attack with. These can be found right above where your equipment is. And there should be a little box that has all of your weapons. You just pick the weapon that you want to attack with and click on it. Not in your inventory, but... yeah. Okay. So, you do not have advantage, so that the nat 1 gets caught, or is what is being used to determine the outcome of this roll. So with the nat 1, which one were you firing at again?
This one.
All right. So yeah, you fire your crossbow as the shot just kind of goes wide, going like above him, and you hear like the distant sound of the bolt kind of clinking into a tree in the distance.
I thought you were gonna
As
say it fell into the elk, and I was gonna be so mad.
with the nat 1, I could have done it, but no.
Don't.
I'm not gonna
do
traumatize you
that.
during the first game. Yeah. But like, yeah, this guy kind of like turns to look at you. He's like, "Oh shit, Bugbear's got a construct with him." As like this guy's like, "Holy shit!"
I'm an elf.
All right.
Ah, phooey.
All right. Is there anything else that you do during your turn?
No.
All right. Astra. it is now your turn.
So my question about the spells. So I know that the first level spells you can only use once and then you have to rest to use them again. But can I use, like, for instance, I want to use Speak with Animals this turn and then Cure Wounds next turn?
All right, yeah. So, looking at your character sheet, you see that little, like, 2 above your spell list.
Yes. Oh, that's
that is how many spells per rest you can cast.
Okay.
So you can cast any combination of 2 spells. So yeah, you could do that.
I can walk and then do a
Yeah.
spell, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
You can
Cool.
move and cast at the same time.
I will move over here and hide behind this log
All right.
and use my Speak to Animals spell.
Okay. You cast Speak with Animals. Let me just make sure of the parameters
Do I
of the
speak this go
spell.
or do I speak next go?
So no, the spell gets cast on your turn. So you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations, monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you. All right, so what do you say to the elk?
We're trying to help you. Are you able to move at all?
Yeah. So the elk responds to the others. You just hear kind of like pained elk noises. I just noticed the music stopped. Rap battle continue. The elk kind of like turns, like looks like towards you, but like not directly at you, so as not to give away your position, though it seems like these guys are all distracted. And will reply, I could move. It's shot in leg. Hurts.
I'm gonna try and come over there and help you, but we just need to keep an eye out so they can't see us.
Okay. Okay,
You
thank
can
you.
hide behind the rock next to you. Can he hide? Because it's bigger than the rock. I don't know how that works.
He'll say, looks too small. Bush, maybe?
Yes, if you can make it that far, I'll come and help you.
Okay. It like nods its head. Do you do anything else? You've used, I think it was like, oh, you've used 3.
Nothing I can do, right?
Yep. All right. So is that your turn then?
Yeah.
All right. This guy got clonked out. He's no longer in initiative.
He's dead.
This guy has like turned around and is like, holy shit. And he like kind of takes out his scimitar blade as you're like now close enough to see what exactly the type of sword it is he has. And he says, he like turns to his friends and he's like, don't worry guys, when I was a kid I chased off a few goblins. This ain't nothing. As he's going to very confidently stride towards you, Frank. 5, 10,
I'm not
15,
a goblin though.
20, 25, 30. And he is going to take a swing at you with his scimitar. Oof, does a 16 hit.
Oh, yes.
All right.
They're 14.
Okay, level 1. 3 slashing damage. Alright, so I have put a little red dot over your character token. That means that you are bloodied. Bloodied basically means that the creature has at least only half of its health remaining.
Half or less.
Yeah, half
Fuck
or
you,
less.
Cap. I'm healing the animal line, Cap.
Druid's got a druid. So now it's this guy's turn. As he's like, hush, shit, Adelbert, that construct's coming straight at you. As he'll like fire at Steampunk with his own light crossbow.
Miss it.
Does an 11 hit?
Damn it.
So
Yes.
it does. What's your AC, Steampunk? You can find your AC in the. Hey, look,
I think he had 18.
Kayla's channel.
Yeah. Oh, I was
Boom.
just about to.
AC.
Yeah, so the AC can be found near the top of your character sheet. It's in like the little shield-looking box.
19.
Ooh,
so
okay.
What do I do with that?
That is very high. Okay. So yeah, his crossbow bolt kind of like shink. He doesn't miss. But Steampunk, you don't feel anything as it doesn't penetrate your construction as it just like hits you. You can hear like the snapping of wood as the crossbow bolt just kind of splinters
I
off
like his armor.
into multiple directions. As he's like, oh shit, that thing's
Then I
got
stare
quite
at
the
him
armor.
menacingly.
Yep. As Frank, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a cure wounds myself, so I'm just gonna like get me drum and just like play a little tune. Heal.
All right.
To kill myself?
Okay.
6 hit points?
You heal for 6 hit points.
Not bad.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm no longer bloodied.
Yeah. This guy.
I don't have any bonus actions though, so I'm just gonna stand here.
I thought you said boners. I straight up said boners.
I don't have any bugs.
Oh no. No boners here. So like yeah, seeing this guy kind of being right up, all up in your face as you cast magic, he'll kind of shout back to his companion, "This bugbear knows magic."
I'm not a bugbear. I'm an elf.
Yes, you is. I've seen bugbears
I-
before. You can't trick me.
Can I so I have a question. If
Yeah.
I were to try and intimidate him with that, would that be a bonus action worthy thing or would that be an action thing?
That would be an action thing. But
Noted.
that's
Go
his.
elk.
Or actually, Frank, is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions yet.
All right. So the elk will kind of limp over behind here and then attempt to stealth.
Please, please. I'm gonna be so sad.
Off of screen.
Okay. He kind
It's
of
a-
tramples through the bush a bit, kind of getting rid of part of the stuff. And that'll be its turn. This guy, kind of like looking back, will kind of call to the other, Aidwig, elk's getting away. As he'll say, like, I'll handle the construct. And it's like this guy like nodders and he'll start like clambering through this bush, but it's not his turn yet. But like you can all see this happening. But this guy will he like loads up another bolt into his crossbow and will fire at Steampunk. Ooh, 21 to hit. And he's like, I think I got him. 6 damage.
Okay.
So, if you click on your icon, or on your token here, 3 bubbles show up. So there should be like a 13, a 13, and a 19. in that order.
Mm-hmm.
So that middle one, the green one, is your health. The blue circle is your AC. And the red circle is your passive perception, which is basically what other characters need to pass on a sneak check in order to like be stealthed to you. If you click on the green bubble, it'll bring up like a little editable thing, and if you just put -6 and enter, it'll auto do your health.
Cool.
All right, steampunk. This man just shot a crossbow into you.
In rage, I charge at him.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Use up
I
20 feet of
charge
your
at
movement.
him, and I use a melee hand axe.
Ooh.
That's very handy.
Ooh. All right. The 11 will just miss him as he like sees you coming charging, and he kind of like readies himself. And as you swing the axe, he like kind of dodges out of the way real quick. And he's like, "You'll have to do better than that, robot." Do you do anything else?
But his name is Steampunk, not Robert.
The guy kind of shouts back, "I don't care what his name is, he's gonna be dead."
Use my friend.
So I have a thing, second wind it is. Am I able to use that?
Oh, that was next.
Let me see. So that is one of your fighter abilities. I can't quite remember what kind of action it is.
As a bonus action.
Yeah,
you
so
get to
as a
heal.
bonus action, you can use that to regain HP if you would like. Would you like to?
That's the hit die.
And since it's a bonus action, you are able to do it, even though you've already done your main action.
Okay, I'll
Sorry.
hold off on using it just in case, because I have fat armor. And I will end my turn.
All right, Astra. It seems that these two poachers have noticed that the elk is trying to hide. What do you do?
Great question. I need to check something first. I assume I don't have to answer immediately.
Oh, you have to now.
What are you looking for?
Well, I was looking at my spell because it's got the magic stone has a range of 60 feet, and I don't have. He's 65 feet away, so fucking.
Really?
You can always move to get within range.
Oh, yeah.
Cure wounds
Okay.
is also touch, so you'd have to get over to the elk if you want to use it on him.
So Cap said I have to kill the fucking poacher, but wouldn't I, because he can only move 30 feet, couldn't I heal the elk and then have the elk help me?
Yeah.
Like, attack this? So
That
I
is
don't
an
have
option.
time. Like, he's not just gonna come over and fucking kill me, like, immediately, right?
No.
Okay. Then yes, I'll do that.
Okay. So you're gonna like
I-
cure wounds the elk.
Yes, I will move
Alright.
closer to the elk, and I will put my hand over his heart and heal his wounds.
All right. Do you have a cure wounds macro on your sheet? It'll be in the core tab of your sheet.
Oh, in the core.
Yeah.
Next to like where. Yeah.
Oh, I see
Under
that
the
it
death
isn't
saving
actually
throw.
there. Hold on. I'm going to mess with your sheet real
spells.
quick.
Okay. I just thought I could click it in spells.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to mess with your sheet real quick. So
Oh,
I'm
I didn't
going to do
realize
some
that.
things. How much does it heal for? 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability.
I swear, if I get a 1, I'm gonna be pissed. After all this, after trying to heal this fucking thing for so long, get a 1.
And all right, yeah. So in your core sheet, in that little middle box there, where called attacks and spellcasting, there should now be a cure wounds thing.
Got it.
All right, nice. All right, so you heal the elk for 4 HP.
Does that not get him off bleeding?
Yes, it does actually.
Yes.
As you see, you like pull out the arrows in the elk's like side and leg, and then like swiftly place your like healing hands over those wounds as you watch the kind of like flesh like knit back together into like little bald spots.
Do I have time to like talk to the elk and like
Yeah.
warn? Well, yeah.
Speak with animals is still active,
Cool.
as
I-
it's kind of like
that
thanking
picture
you.
over there, that picture over there is coming towards us. I think we might have to stop him. Are you able to help?
Yeah, now I am, thanks to you. You'll like kind of
That's my end to it.
get up. You probably like lay down a little bit so that you can like get place your hands on it, and yeah, it will now aid you in battle. Do you do anything else?
No, oh, well, I can't move again, can I? Because I've already moved. is it
If
just
you've
that I've-
used up, you probably like.
No, actually, I don't want to move because I don't have attack, so I'll wait till I get my attack back.
All right.
My move to, yeah.
All right. So this guy's turn. This guy is going to swing his scimitar at Frank. That misses as it
Hey!
clashes against your authentic elven armor, Frank, with like a scrape of metal. As he's like, ah, shit.
See him? That's you in a minute.
No, that's you in a minute. And don't talk to my friend
Oh,
that
that's
way.
you. No, you.
No, you.
No, you. This guy
No, you.
kind of, he already fired his bolt, so he's going to clamber through these. This guy is going, since he's moving through the bush, that is what counts as difficult terrain. Basically, when you move through difficult terrain, it means that you're moving at half your normal speed. Or basically, if he goes from here, instead of it taking up 5 feet of movement, it instead takes up 10. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As he like unsheaths a blade, and with his action. As Frank, it's your turn.
Kill him, Frank.
Frank is gonna loggy him. Loggy.
That's a
Oh my god.
Okay.
His head is like a baseball.
A murderer.
Okay, how do you kill this man? Blank.
His head is like a baseball. So,
Yeah. With your club, you just bam, hit him like right across the face, and like yeah, there's a crunch of bone as his like
home run.
his like nose breaks and like gets condensed further into his skull, and he just kind of like spins around a little bit from like just the sheer momentum of the hit, and collapses.
Stack him up, Frank.
Anything else?
I'm
You can still move.
yeah, I
Help
want to
me.
pick these two up. I
No,
want to pick them
me.
and I want to start moving over this way. Can I do that at all?
Are you taking the bodies with you?
Yeah, I want to take the bodies with me.
Okay. Are you taking both of them with you?
Yes.
All right. Make
one in each arm.
make an athletics check.
I'm proficient in it.
Okay.
Ooh.
You now have a dead body in each arm.
I finished me too.
You are now moving at half movement.
Uh-huh.
You are over encumbered. Is that your turn?
Actually, I don't think I would be over encumbered, would I? Because I have powerful build that doubles my my stuff.
Anyway, that's pretty much all I can do.
All right.
So I'm just gonna go like, you guys have got this. I believe in you.
All right. Now.
What's my buddy gonna do?
It's the elk's turn. So the elk kind of stamps its feet and kind of like says, I'm gonna ram him. As he like then kind of like, you know, puts like treads his foot in the dirt, kind of gearing up to do a charge, and is going to charge at this guy. As he's just like, I'm going.
There he goes.
There he goes, and because he's an elk and has the ability to charge, some bonus stuff happens. So, he is going to make a ram attack. With nat 20.
My God!
I knew I had to heal that elk.
So,
Holy shit, we had 3 natural 20s resulting in 25. No!
Is this not an intimidation? And that's a good point, Reddit. But because of the charge, though, that does a bit more damage than just that. So we get to get that, and then because it's a crit, we roll that again. So this man just took.
This guy is annihilated.
7,
He
10,
evaporated.
11, 12, 13, 14, 16,
Thanos.
26 damage. If these guys were PCs, that would outright kill this man, as he only has 11 HP. So yeah, Russ just kind of lowers, the elk lowers its antlers, and just fucking like zoop, and then just like this guy just yeeted over the bush.
I want to high five the elk. Can that be my next action? I high five the elk.
As
How
that
can you
is
high
its-
five an elk? It doesn't have.
The horn.
I won, okay? Yeah, the horn. Fucking slap.
Yeah. And this guy's like, oh shit, oh shit.
With all the blood and guts in its bones.
He's going to,
Run away.
yeah, he's going to disengage from Steampunk and move away. So disengage makes it so that, although he's in melee with you, this makes it so that you cannot make an attack of opportunity against him. And
think
he's
this is
just gonna run off into the woods. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He gets to here. As Steampunk, what do you do?
Um.
You can let him run, chase after him, you can ignore him. What do you do?
Is there any way I could kind of like trap him?
Sure.
that
How do you want to
not
go about doing that?
Um.
And what do you have at hand in your inventory that might allow you to do that?
Could potentially grapple.
Do you have some rope?
I do have rope.
You could lasso him,
I'm gonna go
perhaps?
All right. I'll lasso him.
He's a Wild West
All right.
trained boy.
Oh.
In that case, make your normal like heavy crossbow attack, or your like crossbow attack, and if it hits, we'll just count that as you lassoing him. It won't do
Please
damage.
don't be an 11.
Ooh, all right.
I'll take it.
All right, yeah. So, you like quickly tie up a lasso using your rope and just kind of and the lasso kind of, you manage to like get his leg, or like he steps into it, and you manage to like pull him as he like kind of falls forward, and like he eats dirt, basically dirt and grass. Anything else?
Am I able to pull him towards me, or would that just be the end of my turn?
Sure. Make an athletics check.
All right. Oof.
Well,
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
guess he's staying there.
Yeah, it's at this time that you notice that this man is actually rather heavy. And he's got a bit of a gut to him. As he falls face first. Astra, it is your turn. Are you doing anything?
not really much I can do. My buddy did all the work.
Yep. I guess I should just ask, is
He's
anyone
pretty cool.
going to attempt to kill this man? Or are you
No.
gonna parlay with him?
My
I mean-
character doesn't believe in fighting in people who don't fight them. She will not start fights, so I will not be fighting the man.
Okay. Frank, do you do anything hostile towards this man?
I'm gonna join my other friends.
I'm gonna pick him up.
Alright.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold him.
Okay. So, I think with that, we are now out of initiative as the combat has ended.
We win!
You win! Yay!
Ba-da-da-da,
You didn't die!
I
Hey,
always did.
Hardly did anything. Yay!
Yay!
Hey, I lassoed him.
Alright.
I played baseball.
Alright, so, the sound of your guys' quick skirmish comes to an end as you can start once again to. The noise of nature returns to the scene as the elk, as Astra, you can still understand it, will say, "Thank you, thank you." There's like blood in its antlers from where he like charged the man and sent him flying.
There's like an eyeball on one of them.
Yeah, and he says,
How do I flip my character, by the way?
oh, yeah. Unfortunately, that's something that I have to do. So just let me know when you want your character.
Oh, that looks so weird.
I know.
Sorry, continue.
Alright, yeah. But anyway, yeah, the elk is thanking you. He says, "Thank you. Thank you, Druid. My name is Russ."
Thank you, Russ. My name's Astra.
Good to meet you. Kind of like looks around, and will say, "Ran into the poachers not too long ago. I was just eating when they showed up. Shot me, and I tried to run, but, well, here we are now."
When we heard there was poachers, we ran to try and stop them. But obviously it went a little out of hand. But I just knew I had to help you and make sure you were okay.
Oh, thank you. He'll kind of like stamp its feet and say, I know a druid. I can ask him to reward you for this."
I don't ask for a reward. I'm just glad to see that you're healthy and you're happy and we got it all sorted.
Oh, so kind of you. Meanwhile, what's going on over here?
Steampunk. Steampunk.
I'm going
Can
to
we
make
eat
my way.
those ones?
Maybe later.
Okay.
First, I would like to ask this man a few questions.
Not a denial.
Oh, okay. I'm going to hold him out. I'm gonna hold this guy out like a cat, like with the hand on the both arms, just holding him in front of Steampunk.
Yeah, he becomes long cat for a moment as you hand him over. He looks terrified that he's being like manhandled by a bugbear, and there's like this weird robot in front of him.
An elf.
Yeah.
I'm an
And then
elf.
he's only like just now noticing like, hey, wait a minute, is that a fairy over there?
The ninjas want
Mm-hmm. As he'll say, let me go. I learned my lesson. I won't be doing any more hunting in here. Is that why you guys attacked us? Why did you attack us, actually?
Why
I don't
did you
know.
come here, knowing well that poaching is illegal in these parts?
No. It's not illegal. No one owns this land.
Who are you to say when you don't even know?
Yeah. You two both know that's bullshit. Mainly because this forest literally has a king. And he said, well, I mean, it's not claimed by any of the kingdoms, so it means it's free reign. What was that?
Were you
shaking
sent here
him.
by anyone?
No, we was just hunting. You know, you hear stories about this place, but like, I mean, my buddies, we've come through here a few times. It ain't that scary. I mean, sure, few more goblins and fays than usual, but
I want to get close to his right ear and just say, "Are you sure about that?"
make an intimidation check. With advantage. The dichotomy, dude.
He pees himself.
Yeah.
That advantage though.
Yeah, you
Holy
see a
shit.
dark spot form on his pants. As he's like,
Whoa.
please don't eat me. I don't like that laugh.
One more question. Have you seen any other animals and or killed any others?
I mean, we've hunted a few deer and boars over the past couple days. But I mean, I just noticed this. But other than that, no. I mean, we tend to avoid the troublesome ones. I mean, you get a few wolves and dire wolves coming through here, but like, we're familiar enough with the area that we know their grounds. We avoid them.
Where did you come from?
From the west. Inside.
I believe him.
All right, you willingly failed the insight check. Steampunk, what about you?
Insight.
And Astra, you can also make this, as I imagine this is probably happening loud enough for you to hear.
Okay. So insight check was
Yeah,
it? Sorry.
insight. All right. Steampunk. This man's lying. He didn't come from the long pause west. He came from somewhere else.
Tell us where you actually came from, or my friend here will have to dispose of you like he did with your friends.
All right.
He said the West, though.
We came from the we came from the peninsula on the other side of the bay. We sailed here by boat.
Where's your boat?
On the shore. He like kind of points.
Wait a minute.
Southeast.
That's not west. Did you lie to me? Shakes him again.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you.
Oh, I forgive you.
Force a habit. I'll learn from it.
That's enough out of you. Frank, what say you do with him?
Please don't eat me. I heard bugbears eat people.
Oh, yeah. I've already got a couple of snacks over there now.
God,
Just over there.
Edwig, no.
What do you want me to do with him, steampunk?
One for the road?
Oh, all right.
I'll like tie him up, like proper tie him up, and then just make him into like a kind of like a wearable backpack.
Oh my god.
Wait, this man or one of these?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm keeping him as a pet.
Trail mix.
okay.
God.
You tie him up.
And I'll wear him as a backpack.
If you're looking to ransom me, my family will probably give you some money.
They give me food.
You can buy food with money.
You make a good point. I
Local
want this
service.
money stuff.
I say we go raid their boat.
Oh, yes, that's a good point. Boats. They have food on them, too.
Eat. All right.
All right. You've convinced me.
Okay, wearing this guy as a backpack now, I'm gonna go over to here and pick up his two friends.
Oh God.
One in each arm.
I'm going
well-
to call Astra over.
I will just quickly say it is 8 o'clock and H and I have like a 3.5 hour drive ahead of us. So
Mhm.
if there's like a place we can wrap up like in a few minutes, that's chill.
Yep.
I'm just saying
Nah.
like we
We
have
are indeed going to wrap up. But
Mhm.
Steampunk, did you want to speak to Astra?
Yes. Come this way, Astra.
I go. Oh wait, that was 35. Is it still 30 feet? Are we still? within it?
You're out of
No, no, we're
initiative,
not
so you no
moving.
longer have to care
Okay.
about movement speed.
Yes.
We've
Steve.
learnt from this poacher that they come from the peninsula. We're going to raid their boat and most likely go from where they came from to see if they were sent by anyone.
Okay. I will follow because I am concerned with Frank. Let me-
Yeah, he's got a
Me?
few
What?
snacks he's bringing along. I hope that's not too much of an issue.
Astra, you
I
see
just won't
him
look at them.
lugging around 2 dead bodies and a man on his back.
Well, yeah, there's the other one.
I will just say goodbye to my new friend.
Will do.
Why does it do that? Okay, sorry.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
There.
Great. Okay.
Like when you're like trying to pass by someone, but you just keep stepping in
Yeah,
the
that's
same direction.
exactly what I was thinking too.
We're heading off now. If you want to come, you're free to, but I think we're just going a little exploring and adventuring, so
Oh,
it's up
probably.
to you.
Probably too dangerous for me. I'll go see my friend Syl. Astra, you recognize that name as the name of the centaur.
Oh yes, Syl. I just met him at the king's party.
Oh. Oh no, did I miss it?
Oh yeah, we just came back from there. It was only just happening. How long have we traveled for?
Not that long, like maybe like an hour or
Few
2.
minutes ago? Okay, couple hours ago.
Oh, all right. Well, at least he's probably still there. I'll go tell him what you did.
Oh, thank you. Well, I hope to run into you again somewhere on our adventure.
Yeah, I hope so too. Stay safe.
You as well. Bye bye.
All right.
God, I feel like I'm on the phone to someone at work.
All right. Yeah. So,
I cannot believe you were bringing all those. You have to move all. Ryder, do you have to individually? Do you have to move those every
yes,
time?
I have to move them.
You were an asshole, Cap.
It's not
You
too
want
bad.
one?
I didn't even think I could.
I'm just adding to my inventory 2 bodies.
And one
They
live
weigh
man.
like 120 pounds each.
I think what's
Wait, hang
my weight? Because didn't you say my like total weight I could carry was like 80? Because it's like 86.3.
It's something. I think it's like 15 times
So
10, which is your strength.
I
Oh.
should be able to lift
Divided by
510
2.
pounds.
That was so weird. You went from Frank to Cap.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You're fine.
17 times 15 for normal holding things
Yeah.
is
carry weight.
255, and then times that by 2 because of powerful build. So I can hold 510 pounds worth of stuff. These guys weigh 120 each, right? So that's like 360. So that falls within that. And I only weigh about 79 myself.
Yeah. Kayla, as for Astra's carry weight, you're fine. I would assume that, like, since you are a fairy and therefore very small, your equipment is probably built to match that.
Okay.
Next.
Have I still got the thing that I wanted to sell? Didn't I have like a trap or something that I wanted to get rid of?
Yeah, I already
we already
traded
sold
that
it?
out for you and gave you
you
some
already
money
did.
for it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Cool. I didn't
Alright.
want it, so I was just like gonna ask to do it.
But
cool.
I guess as you guys leave towards the southwest or southeast, towards wherever this boat is, and you guys leave the glade, and we will call it there for the night. So
I'm already excited for next Friday.
Yeah, I'm so much more into it than I thought I would.
good.
They're addicted. They're addicted.
Well,
That's the thing
my
that sucks
next
though, is like when
character.
I'm into something, I want to ingest it hard and fast, right? And I can't. I have to wait for another week. This is why I don't watch TV shows, because I can't handle this.
Yep, that's the D&D grind. But yeah, that is the first episode, the first session of A Forest of Rumors, as you guys have followed your first rumor, and we'll see what further rumors you uncover.
Damn, I see what you did there. Then see what you did there.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So, everyone, Kayla and H, how quickly do you guys need to be going?
Relatively quickly. Is there something specific? Is there a specific reason?
We will save it for next time. But basically, for future reference, you guys will all now be level 2. So at the beginning of the next session,
with all those spells, no way.
At the beginning of the next session, we'll kind of go through the paces of that. I guess as just a bit of homework, so that if you're worried about like taking up too much time with leveling up, next time.
Cat, remind me to do it next week.
We'll be able to do
I'll
it.
remind you to level up.
We'll be able to have a longer session next week.
Yeah. It's only this specific one because we're going to see H's family. It's 3.5-hour drive away.
Yeah, it's
That's
all
the only
good.
reason I'm ending right now. Trust me, I want to keep going.
Yeah,
I do too.
yeah, but basically,
Play D&D.
for next time, Astra will have learned a new spell,
Aw.
basically a new level 1 spell. But other than that,
Okay.
that'll be all for today.
When H will have
Cool.
Thanks,
second
thanks for reaching
Brother.
out to me to run a game for you guys. It's been fun.
Thank you for
Yeah,
running it.
thank
It's
you
been
for-
very
I'm
fun.
really happy with this so far. I'm sorry that my guy
I
just
know you're
became
so
a
smug.
human eater.
Is that
So
like
smug.
actually like do the bugbears actually eat people?
I mean,
I think they eat everything.
yeah, I mean, it's technically not cannibalism because it's a different species.
yeah.
Actually,
True.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm
But
I'm
they
going
are
to take a
raw.
random guess here, and say that I can't like fall asleep on Frank's shoulders and count that as a rest because I'm still moving, right? Because
No.
I'm small. I could
Yeah,
fit
you
that.
guys would need to like set up camp for the night in order to get a long rest to recharge.
Might be the case, but I thought I'd ask.
A good question.
Alrighty.
Actually,
Well, good.
here's another good question. Because we're leveling up, do you get the spell slots immediately, or do you have to sleep or
No,
rest?
you
to
get
the
them
spell
after
slots?
your next long rest.
Ah.
Okay.
All right, we're long resting soon, boys, because I need my spells back. I wasted all on my fucking animal that I loved. By the way, I love him. Please bring me back at some point, right? I love him.
Mhm.
I didn't even remember his name, but I love him.
His
We'll just
name was
find
Russ.
him. We'll just
Russ.
find him like across the sea.
Yeah, he's in like one of those yellow inflatable boats on the
Hello,
water.
I've come to
just
help you
chilling.
take revenge on the poachers.
Oh
I have
yeah.
I get super dehydrated and I just like start hallucinating it. Hello,
no.
hello. Come to help you. It'd be funny.
Alright. Very nice.
But this is fun.
Yeah.
It was
had a
very
very
Yeah.
I'll
good time.
probably not keep the bodies, by the way. I probably won't keep
Well,
them.
I mean,
I was actually
you'll eat them.
if you want to go with that, what I was going to do, because I was going to try and convince you to let the guy go because my character is very passive. I'd probably like try and convince you to like get rid of the
I
bodies.
mean, I thought he was gonna kill him. Like that's what I was insinuating when I said one for the road.
Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, like killing him is easy, you know. keeping him for
Fresh.
later is a better option. I already have 2 snacks. I don't need another one.
Well, I mean, you'll eat one afterwards. Then you'll probably eat
True.
another one like 2 minutes later.
Alright.
You just like literally like you just unhinge your jaw and just swallow them whole.
Just a snake.
Yeah, H, Kayla, welcome to D&D, where sometimes you discuss the logistics of cannibalism.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. My character's not going to be happy about it. I'm telling you that now.
Well, like I
My
said, I'm
character's gonna be
probably
very
not going
sad.
to keep them. I'm probably going to get rid of them.
All right.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go.
Permanently.
We gotta
Yeah.
leave because we're gonna fucking show up.
Okay. Bye bye.
Have a good night.
Alrighty.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
See you next Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And then there was me and Ryder. You staying, Ryder?
I'm about to close out stream, actually. So.
Okay. I think I might do similar then. Let me
That was a
just
good
switch
time.
scenes.
That was a good time.
I'll come back in just a second. I'm gonna say goodbye to my stream now then.